What's up, everybody? I want to talk about Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather real quick, but I'm going to get into don't go anywhere if you want to know who's going to win. The Beterbiev versus Bivol fight. I'll tell you who's going to win. I'll get into that. Maybe I'll make a full video about it as well. But I want to talk about De La Hoya over at, I think it's Fight Hub. He makes these little short videos about whatever. It looks like he's reading it, incidentally, every word. It looks like maybe he has a deal with them. Anyway, I want to talk about this real quick. So he's basically dissing Floyd Mayweather. Oscar De La Hoya is saying that Floyd Mayweather is basically a 50-year-old and he's got another match coming up with this Gaddy guy. Does anyone watch this? I don't watch it. It is kind of pathetic. It is, but I get it. Hey, listen, if he needs the money, he would be doing this. But you can never get enough money. How much money Floyd supposedly, allegedly, is in some financial trouble, according to De La Hoya. I don't know if any of this is true, or he's just going on about it just to take shots at him. But Floyd Mayweather seems like a smart guy as far as budgeting money and what he talks about investing and all that. But then again, you hear these stories about outrageous gambling. And eventually, if you're gambling like that and you're putting down 500,000, 400,000, you're losing because the house is always winning. So you're going to show obviously, a lot of gambling addicts, they show their wins. And you don't hear about all the losses. So if someone's winning regularly, in my opinion, 400,000, 500, or winning in general, that means they're losing a lot more. That's just the way it goes. The numbers show that when you're just throwing money down on sports betting or whatever. And listen, this is all bad. Invest wisely. So Oscar De La Hoya is basically dissing him, and he's saying that Floyd Mayweather, he's making these accusations that he's broke. But why is Floyd Mayweather fighting at this stage of the game? Even though we know it's exhibition, it looks serious because it looks like that guy, even though it's obviously a 50-year-old Floyd could beat a 25-year-old whoever, if they're not really a polished, really good fighter, he could still do it at 50. He's almost 50, right? He's not 50 yet. Oscar is rounding it off at the top. But anyway, just found that interesting. We're going to talk more about this because this fight's coming up. It's finally signed. Finally, again, the word finally. Beterbiev was like, what is he, 20 wins? I don't know. I don't have his record right in front of me, but I know he's 20-something wins, or it's 20-20. He's never lost. Everyone he's faced, he's knocked out. Bivol, however, is undefeated and he has like 12 KOs and 20-something wins or something like that. But Bivol, excuse me, I don't have notes in front of me. Again, this is all off the head. Bivol is actually what no one's talking about from what I've seen. I love the trailer. Pretty good. Looks like Game of Thrones or something like this. Someone said Lord of the Rings in the comments, what I was reading. But anyway, I like the promotion, but no one's talking about the reality that Bivol, 1 year away, less than that, is 40 years old. He's 39 years old. Sorry, not Bivol. Beterbiev is 40 years old. All these knockouts, I don't think he has that quality win like with the Canelo Alvarez. Bivol, if you don't know, he beat Canelo Alvarez. I think it was a unanimous decision win. And that goes a long way because Canelo is a really, really good fighter. As much as I made videos about him with his fans, they can't stand me because I remind them that my prediction here on this channel that Floyd Mayweather would dominate him easily when Canelo was in his prime. He's 23 years old. Let's not make any excuses here. 23-year-old Tito Trinidad, 23-year-old Miguel Cotto. Look at the greats. 23-year-old fighters in general. 23-year-old Floyd Mayweather. A 23-year-old Canelo lost to a much older Floyd, and Floyd made it look easy. Just facts. If you're mad at me and you want to insult me, whatever, that's your problem. But I think Bivol has everything. Everything he's going for him. The momentum, the age difference is huge. A 40-year-old, almost 40-year-old versus a 33-year-old. Okay, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So there's basically a 6.5-year age difference. That goes a long way. Bivol is still under 35. Beterbiev, huge power. He could catch Bivol, no doubt, early and knock him out. And it could be a big surprise. That's what makes it exciting. But I hear these so-called boxing experts. I don't know what they're really saying about this one. But I could imagine, again, with the 50-50 excuse. You know, my heart says this, my head says that. All excuses. If you think you know boxing, or get some, you know what? Get some nuts. And say what you really think. What I really think is Bivol's going to win this on a decision. a decision win, and Beterbiev is going to be chasing him, looking for the big punch to land and to hurt him. And it's going to be exciting because early or at any point in the time, Beterbiev can knock him out, no doubt. But on paper, age, ability, boxing skill, everything, the experience, the record, the opponents, that I think Bivol has the better record. I think he's, again, I got to highlight the Canelo win because he's a name. I think Canelo Alvarez win, unanimous decision. It's going to be an uphill battle starting from the beginning for Beterbiev. I think he's going to be behind, and I think he's going to depend as the fight goes more and more, looking for the one big shot, whereas Bivol is going to outbox him and perhaps take him out late. Perhaps take him out late because the man is 39. 39 years old, almost 40, big problems. The longer it goes, because of the age factor, means something. That's a big difference. When you're over 35 in boxing, especially almost 40, you are not the same fighter as a 33-year-old. I don't care what you say. So this is just the way it works, Mother Nature. Of course, you have the occasional B-hop type fighters, legendary. They have so many skills. They can really maximize their career in years. Whereas someone, you know, like a B-hop, whereas Roy Jones Jr., he relied on reflexes and a quick footwork ability to, you know, excel in his boxing career and be an all-time great, legendary. And if a fighter like Roy sticks around too long, which happened with Tarver, you know, his skills started to diminish, and his superpowers were eroded. The speed, the timeness, the quickness. Whereas Hopkins didn't really rely on that. He would tie you up. He was cagey. He was more of a methodical, you know, slow you down and fight his type of fighter. I don't think Beterbiev has that in his toolbox at all. I think it's all about the power and conditioning, and I think I think a lot of people are going to be really surprised that it's not going to be as close as one would imagine. I think. I'm just saying what I think, what I see. Could be wrong, of course. That's what makes this fight really exciting. I just think we need more fights like this in boxing, but it should have came a long time ago. It should have came years ago, even 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So again, my point on boxing just shooting itself in the foot because it's just extending undefeated fighters and milking the audience over the years and waiting for something really cool. I get it, Bivol fought Canelo, but still, it's just like, you know, you wanted to see this fight years ago. So to sum up here, we talked about Oscar De La Hoya dissing Floyd. You know he would take digs at Floyd because back in the days, they had a rivalry. And if you remember, the fight was really close. Floyd Mayweather won that fight. I think I predicted that fight right, too. For sure I did, but I don't think I had this channel yet. Because I remember thinking, oh, wait, I bought it too. It's a whole story, but I got it spoiled for me. I taped it on pay-per-view and I got home that night and someone spoiled it in a car, jumped in a cab or something like that. And the guy's like, I was like, don't tell me all day about the fight results. I was at work. Anyway, someone told me, the cab driver, as soon as I got in the car, I was like, great, I taped it. You just ruined it. Anyway, so, yeah, I think Oscar De La Hoya might be onto something with Floyd. Is he fighting because he needs the money? Is he fighting because he just wants more money? And it's easy checks for him. Maybe it's like you're walking into your job and it's really easy for you. It's another payday and you get a ton of money that he put himself in that position for you. What's wrong with that? Or is it true what they're saying about him making bad investments and being broke and losing a lot of money, and that's why he needs to keep fighting, which would be really sad because this is not going to end anytime soon then. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to make probably another video, of a few videos on Bivol versus Beterbiev, and we'll see what happens. But let's just hope we get good boxing fights in the meantime. I don't know. This one seems pretty good, but the age is a big factor, and it's not being highlighted. I mean, it's everything. It's guy's almost 40 years old. Give me a break. All right, I'm out.